If this is your first time here to my channel, my name is Darlene, and welcome to Heartfelt Crochets by Darlene. Today's going to be a little bit of a different video. I thought that I might show you around my office / craft room / YouTube studio so that you could see how I run my crochet YouTube channel. So let's get started. All right, so as I am entering my office, I want to let you know that you will notice that the walls aren't perfectly painted. We started priming, but then we never finished painting. And just the thought of taking everything down that I have in here to paint is a nightmare. So for now, it is the way it is. Okay, so as we enter the office / studio / craft room, I guess you could say it's a little bit of a throw together room for storage as well. Over here, I have an old stand that was my mom's. I have a couple of family photos in there, and this is where I keep my swatches that I've made for my tutorials. And then down here behind the tripod, in the bottom part of the cabinet, I just have some extra doodads, eyes and backings and wire and things like that I use for my crafts. And then I have my tripod. Then we come over into this office section. I have my printer, all of my office goodies, my very first dollar that Heartfelt Crochets made. And right next to that is a little painting picture of the guy that's responsible for all of my blessings. We have my desk with my computer, and I have my little inspirational guys that work with me every day. Believe you can. Positive potatoes. My little snail. And then the software that I use, Canva and Wondershare Filmora, that I will end up talking about in a little bit. So then we come over, joining with the office table is a table set up for a craft table. And I have over here safety eyes and safety noses along with the backings in little mason jars. Some more eyes, leftover yarns. And then here is where the magic happens, and I end up creating my tutorials and crochet with me. This is a whiteboard that I bought at Dollar General. They were like 50 cents a piece, so I just bought like a dozen of them. And in case you're wondering when you're watching my tutorials and crochet with me's, I marked little arrows because if I end up coming over here when I'm crocheting, I'm out of view of the camera. So it's just a little reminder that I need to stay above the arrows. Now, this is where I have my camera set up, just above the whiteboard. I bought this camera about 4 years ago on Amazon. It came in a kit. Unfortunately, this particular camera, because it has a side screen, this particular camera isn't carried by Amazon anymore, but I did find it on Walmart's website, so I'll go ahead and I will link that below. This is a 35mm Canon EOS Rebel T7i camera. And like I said, it came in a kit with all kinds of different accessories. And I bought an inexpensive microphone that attaches to the camera. Holding up my camera is this tripod arm. I also found that on Amazon. I'm a big Amazon lover. I find, a lot of deals on there. This arm is really neat. It's heavy duty because the camera, weighs a little bit. The arm moves down so that the camera is really close to the table. It moves back and forth. Right here, it just screws into the back of the camera. Okay, so we'll close that back up. And that camera stays there. I don't move it at all. I don't unscrew it to film anything else. This is strictly for my tutorials and crochet with me's, and it's a perfect setup. So I'll leave it just the way it is. Then over here on this side of the room is where I have all of my yarns. On the top is my Bernate blanket skeins. I have some random yarns up in the corner over there. I have cotton spools that I end up using for miscellaneous things like doilies and dishcloths and things like that. Then down below in this corner shelf, I have just regular worsted yarn. Most of them are Red Heart yarn. Some of them are Mainstay yarns that I find at Walmart. And then I have all of my beautiful Plushy yarns. Parfait Chunky by Premier. My favorite yarn, if you don't know already by watching my videos of creating my Amigurumi project. This is by far my favorite yarn. Down below in this corner, I just have a bunch of random stuff, projects that I've made. My polyfill fiber stuffing. In this tote, I have all of my crochet projects that I've made. I have them in the tote because I am getting ready to tag them with price tags and see what I have for an inventory for a market. Up here I have my bigger items just hanging around, along with my sewing machine for my pillows and other crafts that I make. So, yep, this is where I work. This is where I create my videos. This is where I have my fun. I did want to discuss lighting with you. That lamp, that's what I use for lighting, along with my natural lighting coming through my windows. And then I have this little tiny lamp over here that I use sometimes on really cloudy days, so that I'll just turn on the lamps and yeah. And I apologize if I'm moving too fast and making you dizzy. So I'm going to go ahead and pause this and I'll be right back. Okay, now I want to talk to you a little bit about the software that I use. Oh, first, to create my videos that you can see me, I use my iPhone. I went ahead and while I was filming going around the office, I had you on my handheld tripod. It has a little portion on the top that screws on and screws off this little tripod thing. I screw it back on top of my large full-size tripod, and I just set my iPhone in there and I record with my iPhone. I find that my iPhone does just as good, if not a better job, as my 35mm camera. Let's go ahead and let's talk a little bit about the software that I use to run my YouTube crochet channel. To edit my videos, I use Wondershare Filmora. I am not a really knowledgeable tech person, but this is a really simple editing software to use. Everything that I do is self-taught. I can't afford to buy those courses that they sell online. So I just go on YouTube and I find the video that I'm looking for to hopefully learn what I want to learn. And 90% of the time, I'm going to find it. And that's what happened with Filmora. I went on YouTube. I searched out how to use Filmora editing software for beginners, and lo and behold, there was a whole slew of videos there for me to choose from. And then as they were instructing step by step, I had it pulled up on the other side of the screen, and I just did what they told me to do. And before you know it, you're doing it like you were a professional. It's really easy. It's a simple software. And the best part about it is it's not real expensive. You can download it for free, but it's very limited. I ended up purchasing it for annually. They end up charging you annually, not monthly. You're still limited. There is a whole bunch of other stuff that you can end up getting the more expensive part of Filmora, but I don't use that. Everything that I need is on just that little small annual subscription. So if you can't afford a lot, don't worry about having to come up with a large amount of money to be able to start a YouTube channel or crochet YouTube channel, because that's just not the case. Canva I end up using for, it's a graphic design software, and that's where I use that to create my thumbnails along with some of my B-roll footage. I also use that to create a lot of my signs for getting ready for my market. I created my price tags. It's a wonderful, wonderful software. And that is a very small amount. It's under $20, under $15 a month for that Pro Canva. So let me think, is there anything else? Oh yes, on my phone, there is a software that I downloaded on my phone to remote control my camera. It's called Shutter. And you pair it using a Bluetooth with the camera, and then you use your Wi-Fi to be able to control it remotely. That is very simple. And that is an annual fee as well. So, I mean, it's like 2 annual fees that you just go ahead and you pay and you're done with it. And you don't have to worry about it for another year. And then just the Canva, I end up paying monthly. So those 3 things that I use for my software systems, that's it. That's all you need. I mean, if you decided that you wanted to get into all this other fancy stuff and make these great big elaborate YouTube videos, then by all means do so. But for me, this is all that I need right now. Maybe in the future, as my YouTube channel grows, maybe I'll end up getting, a little fancier. I'm not here about looking all bright and pretty. I'm here to help you, to teach you how to crochet with you, to show you what I've made, to take you a little bit into my life and have you join me. That's what I'm here for. So, as far as lighting goes, I already went over that. I don't have any big box lighting or anything, just the lamps. Right now, you can probably see this little bit of a shadow on this side of my face. I could turn and get more light in my face, but then I end up getting this glare on my glasses, which I think is a lot worse than having the shadow on the side of my face, because I would like you to see my eyes when I'm talking to you. Let me see if there's anything else that I forgot. Oh, yes, I did want to tell you that I have only had my channel active now for 3 months. And by the time you watch this video, this statement may not be true, what I'm about to say, but as of right now, while I'm filming this video, I am just under 600 subscribers. I'm at like 589, I believe it was this morning. I want to thank you so much for your support. I think that that's fantastic in 3 months' time. Your support means a lot to me. So as you continue watching my videos, please give me a thumbs up. Please continue commenting below. I love seeing your comments and I love answering them. If you have any questions at all concerning crocheting or running a crochet YouTube channel, please throw them in the comments below and I will do my best to answer them. And if I don't have the answer right off in my head, I will do the research to see if I can find the answer for you. As my channel grows and I end up having many more videos and a lot more comments, I might not be able to keep up on them, but I am going to do my best. And please subscribe. to my channel. And I think that's about it for today. So thank you for joining me. Be sure to join me for my tutorials and my crochet with me's, and join me in my life. Bye.